Really like, and I don't want to say the risk was the same because normally I wouldn't use lot sizes that big if my stop loss was that big, but I saw the opportunity because I thought I was gonna have another like 90 to 100K day. So I was risking like 30K to make like 90K, right? And then price pushed, and I saw price actually close under my support level. And I was like, you know what? Let me just try and hold this for a little bit longer. Because if price breaks under this support level, we're going to go down to this support level here. So I held it, and then I saw this doji candlestick here. I was like, you know what? I actually could potentially even scale in on this position because the way this was playing out, price was clearly failing to break back above and make new highs and reject support. It wasn't like all these other rejections where it pretty much touched support and rejected. We actually saw, sellers pretty much maintain their spot, maintain their position. And then once price started breaking under these lows here is when I decided to add and hold to this position here. By the time my flight was over, 4 hours had already passed. I checked the trade and I'm up like 200 some $1,000 and I'm closing.
Bro, so you was on the plane and you was up 200K?
Yeah, when I landed, I was up 200K.
Oh, I'm about to say, bro, because if like you on the plane and the Wi-Fi started tripping, you trying to close that joint.
I mean, when this position, like I entered my first position here, once price broke under these H1 lows, right? I was in decent profit, but then obviously, the weekend came and everything else, right? Price pulled back and then continued. Once it broke under these hour lows again, that's when I moved my stop loss to break even.
Wait, so when did you get in this trade? The first position?
The first position I got in this area up here, which was
on Friday?
22nd, yeah, type.
Bro, I got stopped out. I was in that same position. My trade entry was 1950. I got in there Thursday night. I got taken up by 2 pips, and it's been dropping ever since.
I wanted to get in here, but I wasn't comfortable with getting in there. I wanted to see a little bit more movement. I wanted to see price break under this resistance at 1947. Once price started breaking under here, I just pretty much waited for price to take out these lows. Once it took out these lows is when I made my entry.
Bro, the thing is, like, when I woke up Friday and got stopped out, I wasn't even as mad because I'm like, yo, my analysis was right. I just got in too early.
I mean, the thing was like, I wanted to get in here, right? But I wasn't comfortable actually getting into the position so early on because price was still above this support level. And this is like one of those major levels within this intraday time frame. Once price actually took out these lows, it was like, you know what? I'm going to get in here because as long as price can maintain under pretty much this zone here, then the trade is valid. But to play it safe, my stops are going to be like up in this area here.
Bro, so what's the highest point that it went to on that right there, that doji?
What do you mean?
Right before your entry. To the left, yeah. That doji, the top part.
This one?
What the highest point of that candle?
Right here.
Yeah.
No, my stop was like pretty much this area right here.
Bro, so my stop loss was above that wick. Like my stop loss was like right there. And I looked on the funded challenge account and it didn't even get there. Huh?
So you're telling me, where was your entry?
1950.
1950. So your entry was right here.
Yeah, it was around 1950, and the stop loss was like 1955.
On this H1 candle.
This was like pre-London on Friday.
Pre-London, so
right, that one.
You entered around here.
No, that's when I got stopped out.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. I thought you entered here and got stopped out. I'm like,
nah, I entered like Thursday around Asian session. But I thought my stop loss was, I gave it some breathing room. Like it was.
So you got in around like this area here?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
Because I thought it was going to drop and I was like, man, I know this thing is going to tank London and I probably wouldn't be up. So I was like, I'm going to just, I had my risk set, but I was like, I felt good. Like I didn't even go past the recent. I went up a little bit further than those previous highs. So I gave it a little more breathing room. But
so your stops were like right here?
Yeah, hold on, I can find it. It was like 1950 1950. All right, so my entry was 1958.84, and my stop loss was 1955.80.
Sure, entry was like around here.
Yeah.
1955.80.
Yes, 81. 80. Yeah, 80.
So yeah, you got stopped out by like a few pips.
But even then, look, it's spread, bro. I think spread hold me. Because that's not even 1950-80 is like that's not even 1950-80.
1950. Oh, you're talking about
1955. I'm sorry, 1955-80.
1955.800.
Yeah, 0.800. I'm sorry.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's weird. Yeah,
I got You said what?
You shouldn't have been stopped out,
bro. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm using a funded challenge. I think they hold me on the spread because I even looked on the screenshot and seen that it didn't even.
But even then, it's not just spread. Spread and price has to hit your order.
I mean, I don't know what happened.
I think it did hit, Roll. If you put the line correctly, because I think you put the line at 1956.
Oh, I did. 1950.
Yeah, he got stopped.
Yeah, he got stopped up by spreads probably.
1955.
55.8.
Bro, hold on. I got the screen. Hold on. I'm going to put in the screenshot. I went on MetaTrader and looked at the chart and seen how high it went up, and it was not even there.
Bro, you got taken out by like.
That's why I'm saying. I was just like, bro, this is so lame. It would have been a 4-1. I mean, a 1-4.
Yeah, them hedges be looking to take people
bro,
out.
See, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's how it is.
Bro, I was like, I felt like I got cheated because I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah, finesse.
Yeah, exactly. That's what, bro, a 4-1.
Look at that.
I mean, a 1-4 trade, bro.
You got taken out by.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. But it's all good. I mean, bro, I wasn't even that upset about the L because I'm like, I got hold. Like, mine was.
Damn.
I mean, I got into early. That's the worst case, but you know.
Yeah, that's why you guys take it.
Because what happens is sometimes if I stay up too late, I'll sleep and I won't be up for London. And by the time I wake up, it's too late.
I mean, thing is, you got to wake up, you know, like there's just nothing to do because like trading Asians.
Yeah, I'm not in. I think, bro, most of the time what it is, I stay up so much. I stay up late studying. And then sometime I try to wake up at 3 or so.
It was perfect for me because when I was in the plane, when I was in Vegas, some of the session was like at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But nah, nice trade. But I was just thinking, like, bro, if I would have got in like my original entry, bro, and it's just dropped like this.
Rule, what was your second entry?
My second entry was right here.
Dude, I took an entry off there and I got stopped out by 2 pips. I was so mad.
Where?
But like, I took it. If you go on the 15, I think, yeah. There was a bearish and go. Yeah, the bearish and go for that broke under. I took it off the 15. I think we have different brokers. That's why it looks different. But for me, it didn't break over like that. It still stayed under, and then it made a bearish engulfing. It was kind of the same. It just didn't break over your yellow line.
I was a little bit more cautious in my second position because I wanted to see price start breaking under this area here. Especially like after I saw this candlestick here, I was like, okay, we could definitely see price go down.
Yeah,
I tried, but 2 pips.
So you saw it break under, or did you see like a candle close under?
No, once it started breaking under, and it started taking out the lows, pretty much.
Word.
Yeah, I entered that in the morning that too when it broke like 1917. That was a strong daily support.
Yeah.
So that's why I entered it.
Yep.
I got my biggest win today.
Raul, I got a question.
Yeah.
What you were thinking about when you saw this bunch of wicks, the seller's exhaustion to the downside? Have you ever thought to close your position at that time?
I did a few times, but again, like if I would have closed early, the risk wouldn't have been worth it. So it's either I'm gonna risk, X amount to make X amount, or it's kind of like to me, I try to look at it as like all or nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna. You can think about it as any other investment. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna put $10,000 behind an investment to only make $500, to only make $5,000, whatever the case might be. Well, I mean, another investment's different. But if I'm gonna be risking 10 grand, it's because I'm looking to make 20, 30. If I would have closed, I would have made not even a quarter of what gold was actually what I was looking to make. So I'm going to hold to my target, and I trust in my analysis as best as I possibly can. Plus, one thing you got to remember also, I was on vacation, so I wasn't really even looking at my trade all too much. I check it like here and there. Like I checked it once, I saw gold to pull back on me. I'm like, all right, great. I got to keep holding. There's nothing else I could do. I checked it again, and then gold was all the way down here, and I checked it again, and gold was right here. So.
Hey, bro, what made you not take the trade on the 21st London session? Because there was a nice engulfing candle.
I just wasn't.
The 21st London session. What made you not take that trade and take it on the 25th of London session?
On the 21st, I just wasn't trading.
Oh, you weren't just trading. But you would have taken it, though, if you were?
What are you talking about? Because this is the 21st right here.
Yeah. You see the bearish engulfing?
Talking about here? I see a variation. I don't see an engulfing.
Okay, so that variation, would you have taken that trade if, let's say, you were trading?
No, because I was waiting for a retest of this area. That's why I never took a position before that. Because at first I wanted to sell in 1960, but I never got that retest. Then all of this, and I was like, okay, well, if price maintains under this area, then we could definitely see it go down. That's why I waited for the extra confirmation. That's why I didn't go short here, because I was still waiting for that 1960.
For that retest. Right. That makes sense.
Right, once price took out these lows, I was like, yeah, it's most likely going to keep going down. So I just ended up taking a position here, just kind of like adjusting the trade. Because again, you got to the market conditions.
That's why I got in early too. I didn't think it was going to go back up to 19.
Yeah.
So bro, where was your stops again?
My stops were like in this area over here.
Okay.
We listen about these guys.
Raul, are you waiting to price pull back at 1917 again to reject?
For gold, I mean, the thing about it is, right, we know that we have, let me get rid of this. We know we have a bunch of traffic throughout this entire area. This is pretty much what I like to call a highway. It's either this point or this point, right? There's nothing to do in between, and that's what happened here. It's either this point or this point. And what happened once price broke under this point, it went straight down because it's on a highway. So at this point in time, like if you consult with the daily time frame, right, you can see it's just like kind of clean traffic. So realistically, for me to want to continue to look to go short, we really just have to wait for a pullback. Where would I like to see the pullback happen to? It would really be a retest of this area. Could we see it? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm ultimately not too sure, but we have to wait and see. So right now it's kind of just like a waiting game to see what gold does, because at the same time we have this,
Yeah.
So really we just kind of have to see what gold does overall. I do potentially expect gold to come back into 1869, this zone, where we could then continue to go up from there as some form of a pullback. And then with GJ, I'm going to continue to look for GJ to go short as long as it maintains under 163.887 or 163, call it 164, call it. If GJ can maintain under 164, I'll look for it to continue to go down. So I'm going to wait for GJ to pull back into 164, then look to go short to these lows over here. Once GJ starts to break above 164, then I'd start looking for buys again.
I went long on GJ right now. Do you think it's gonna come back?
Do I think so? I'm not sure. But what I'm waiting for is for price to come into 164 to sell. Because even looking at it right now, it looks like it's setting up some form of a complex pullback where we could see it end at 164 and then look for it to go back down to these lows after.
Right.
Hey, Raul.
Yeah, it was good.
On your first gold entry, did you wait for that close, or did you just enter after it broke that?
I entered broke the low.
Okay, just as soon as it broke it. Okay.
Yes.
Are you looking for like a SP 500? Anything set up on it?
Not really, because I don't really like the way price is kind of playing out as of right now. Even though, like, I almost completely ruined the trade because I was long from this point to this point, and then by the time I checked the chart again, price is already down here, and I had to close early, and I completely missed my target just because I didn't set a hard stop loss. So I lost a lot of money because I didn't set a hard stop loss there. But I mean, looking at it now, it's a little bit tricky because price is like at this major level of support here on this daily time frame, right? And then we have pretty much resistance in this area here. So really have to check with the weekly. I mean, what I would look for essentially is either a rejection of this area to go short or for price to break above to start buying again. But I mean, this momentum is very, very strong, bearish momentum. So I probably expect it to continue to go short. But overall, like if we look at it, like this is just a big ass range that it's in. So it could just bounce from the bottom of this range and go right back up. Yeah.
Yo, I got a question, Raul.
Good, bro.
Yo, so would you take a trade out of session if you had 5 confluences?
It depends on the setup. I've done it before. I'm not opposed to doing it again, but it just depends on the setup. I won't do it with every trade, but on some trades I will.
All right, sounds good, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. So, any other questions?
Bro, how early is too early to take a trade before a session?
Damn. I mean, it depends on the setup because I've taken trades, throughout Asian and expecting London to push, expecting London. But if you're just going to be trading like session specifically, I would say like wait for the H4 closeout 1 a.m. for London session.
Yeah, okay. And then for New York, the 5 a.m. close too?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's pretty much that London session. You're looking for that 4-hour window of momentum. Then typically by 5, momentum's going to die down and pick back up like around 8. So, any other questions? Anything
Bro,
else?
I have
I
a
got a
question.
Bro,
Oh, you can go ahead, bro.
was good?
No,
Oh,
this is off the subject. There is somebody impersonating you about investing in funding accounts under your name. Is this real or this is a scam?
It's a scam, bro. If you're not being contacted, well, first of all, I would never just randomly DM you to try and sell you something. That would never happen. But if it's not my Instagram page that's verified, then it's most likely not me. I only have 2 other pages, which is the Day Trading Institution and then my backup Instagram page.
Okay, but so you have no program at all in your team about investing money on funding accounts, getting an ROI, like a return on investment?
No, that's
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
not a scam.
yo, Raul, quick question.
Good, bro.
Yeah, so would you consider DJ a break of structure since you're looking for it to come back to the 164 area?
Even a break of structure to the downside.
Yes.
Yeah. So, any more questions?
Hey, bro.
Let's go, bro.
Could you check UJ for me?
Yeah, give me one. Yo, have you guys been seeing the new webinars that I've been the webinars that I've been posting?
Let me check.
Just the one from like the first of the month, I think. That's the latest one that was posted up.
I don't know why.
The last one wasn't there.
The last webinar should be the 20th. I don't know why they're not uploading after I upload the file. It's weird. Let me.
We getting any signals tonight?
Yeah, most likely.
All right.
So USD JPY. So automatically go on the 4-hour time frame. So price is actually just, it looks like it's starting to break this area,
Yeah.
taking out these 4-hour lows. Hour time frames actually breaking under these hour lows here as well. So I would look for UJ to continue to go short. I just wait for the break and retest of this support level, right? Look for it to come back down to the next area, but you don't really see much. So, I mean, the only other area would be 126. What is that, like 100 pips? 70 pips. So yeah, I would look for UJ to continue to go short, wait for that break and retest of this area right there.
Okay. Thanks.
That was your first pair, UJ?
Yes.
You ever trade?
Yep. It's the first pair I ever traded.
Yeah, I seen the post where you made like 1,600K or something
Like
in 2018.
$1,600. That's when I started getting more consistent at trading. I also had my first biggest day on UJ as well, which was like $30,000.
So you never trade euros USD?
Not really consistently, no.
That was my first pair before, but too slow.
I don't know.
Hey, Raul.
I want to transition out of Forex and start trading indexes.
When you're gonna start sending signals of the indexes?
Probably when the app launches.
Are you counting gold as like? Are you still gonna trade gold too, or just straight indices?
Trade gold, most likely, yeah. But I really want to focus like on indexes. I really like indexes because again, like the risk to rewards you could squeeze out of them is absolutely fucking insane. Imagine just catching, a trade from this point to this point with a stop loss above these H1 highs. Like, let's say you were to go short even from this point, your stop is here, and you catch this entire move. That's 5 times your risk in a few hours versus 5 times your risk in a few days.
That's kind of why I like gold.
Yeah, gold is very similar, but the thing about indexes too, like long term, it's 10% a year with the S&P 500. So you kind of always have like a long term bias. I mean, the S&P 500 has been the one that that's been like the safest like investment that's looked at as like you're almost guaranteed 10%. Realistically, there's no guarantees.
You look at Nas 100.
Do I look at it? No, I don't normally. I mean, I've traded it before. I think it moves cleaner than US 30. I think US 30 is like the most choppy one out of all of them.
Why people trade US 30?
Hype.
Speed.
It's just hype. Like let's say I were to start trading USD Mexico, right? I'm making money on USD Mexico. You know how many people will start trading USD Mexico?
A lot, yeah.
Exactly. It's just.
So I never trade index, so I know they do by points instead of pips. So like 10 points, like 10 pips or no?
I mean, it depends on the broker that you're trading on. Some brokers, you could use regular position sizing, like if you're trading gold. Other brokers, you'd have to use like micro lots, and it's like you're trading, on steroids when you're using a 0.10 or a 0.20.
Well, the micro loss is like $1 per point. So.
Yeah, on Forex. Yeah, that's on Forex, though, not on indexes, because this is a completely different asset. Remember, commodities is separate from currencies. Those are different assets. So the way the contract sizes and everything in the position sizing are is different. Although the concept of using a 0.10 may be the same because you're still entering that same 0.10 lot size, the way the contracts work, they're different.
So index, you will put your stop loss like 50 points to 100 points?
No, it depends on the setup. Well, wherever the stop loss makes the most sense.
Yeah,
how much would you pay attention to the news when you trading indexes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to remember, like, even like options traders, so I was having a conversation with a pretty good friend of mine. His name is Umar. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him. He's an options trader.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He does pay attention to fundamentals. He doesn't rely trades based off fundamentals because he's not holding them for the long term. But obviously, when you see a big news release come out or you have earnings, those are things you want to pay attention to when trading, these assets. So again, you're no longer trading Forex, you're trading the stock market.
But like
Hey, Raul, I have a question, bro.
most effective in trading, like fundamental or trade or technical?
I mean, you have this conversation with different traders. They're all going to tell you different things. I personally like to focus on the technical side of things since I'm holding not for a very long period of time, for just a few hours when I'm holding.
Hey, yo, Raul,
Yeah.
how important are stop hunts and like liquidity sweeps in your trading?
In what sense?
You said what?
What sense?
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you said.
In what sense?
Oh, like, do you factor that in, like, just when you're taking your entries and like maintaining the trade? Like, do you kind of like look for stop hunts and all that type of stuff, or do you?
No, I would only make certain adjustments to my stop loss if I'm taking the stop hunts and everything else into consideration. But when it comes to a stop hunt, there's really not much you can do. If the bank wants to take your money, they're gonna take your money. The only thing is I'd probably re-enter after if the trade is still valid and make that money back plus more.
Right.
Hey, Raul.
Bro.
Hey, so I want to get your opinion. I want to get your advice. So lately, I've been having a drawdown on 2 funded accounts. I want one funded account. I passed the verification, everything. I've taken a withdrawal already, but on my other 2, I feel like there's a lot of negative energy at work, and it affects me and my circle. So, and in a drawdown period, what would you mostly likely do, in order to gain confidence, and ignore all the negativity to get back in the markets,
First things first, obviously you want to do things that bring up your confidence, just things that you're overall good at, whatever the case might be is. And I mean, when it comes to dealing with like negative energy, not bringing that into your trading, everybody's going to do that very differently. The way I might do it may be completely different than the way you might do it. I may just completely avoid trading overall, or just maybe completely lower my position size if I'm going to continue to trade. But again, when it comes to the confidence side of things, you just want to do things that bring up your confidence overall. Or maybe if you even have to take a little bit of a break, that's also fine too.
Okay, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's like a topic that needs a lot more thought than just a quick response. Because again, like you're a completely different person than I am, so the way I handle certain situations is going to be different than the way you may handle certain situations.
Sometimes, go ahead.
It's because like when I get to my office, like once I close my office door, like nothing else kind of follows me through when I'm focusing on my trades. Or at least I try not letting it as much as I possibly can.
Sometimes if I'm down like 2 or 3%, like I don't even think about it the next day. Next is a new day.
Facts. It's a new day. So, anybody else got any questions? Anything they want me to go over?
Hey, Raul, about the boot camp. So it's going to start the 20 May?
Yeah, that's when we're looking to start it.
Damn it, that's the same week of the summit.
Yeah, I may just push it back though because of the summit.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna waste too much money on the summit.
Just crazy. How much are they even charging for the summit?
So it's $1,200 for the VIP ticket.
What does it include?
Like hang out with you guys, front row.
Yeah, like meet and greet and like a dinner too.
Yeah, dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah, at that Fogo de Chao.
They better have some steak.
Yeah, it's Brazilian.
Oh.
What was that?
Dinner with who?
Oh, I guess with you guys. I don't know. That's what they're marketing it.
All top chat.
Or I was like, man, I don't even know. I was putting up.
I'm not informed about no dinner reservations.
I guess it's gonna be like some place, an open bar too.
Yeah, like an open bar. Like
Yeah.
shit, pretty loud.
Are they gonna have Blue Label there?
Some tequila shots, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. I don't know. We'll see. What is that like? It's like 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
On Friday.
It ends like what? The 5th? It's
the 15th. 13 to 15.
13 to 15, yeah, it's that weekend.
Hey, yo, Raul,
What's good, bro?
can you go over GU? Quick thoughts on GU?
Damn, I wouldn't even touch it whatsoever. The shorts did end up playing out. But I wouldn't even look at GU. Like, you're in the middle of an impulse. You just got to wait for a pullback and look to go short from there. Where could you see a pullback to? I mean, it's practically bouncing off this support level here. So, yeah, basically you just got to wait for some form of a pullback. Where would you see a pullback to? Almost right here. So 1.30,000. I would look for a pullback too, because even if you look left, like once price rejects this area, which it's doing right now, it's pulled back to 1.30,000 anyways. That's a big ass move though. It's 300 pips. Unless you're looking to buy, which I wouldn't be doing, I wouldn't even look at just shorting GU. Like there's really nothing to do.
See it wise to catch the pullback.
Catch the pullback, wait for a double bottom. Either you wait for this, right? You buy here, or you wait for this and you buy here.
Thanks.
Or at least. So, any other questions?
Hey, Raul, my bad. Just got in. Can you go over gold real quick?
Basically, what I'm looking for gold is a pullback into 1917 to sell, or a break and a retest of 1985. So to look for gold to come into 1863. One of those two. That's basically what I'm waiting for.
You said 1985 to the down?
Yeah, 1895. A break of 1895 to look to go short.
Okay, 1895.
1863.
GJ, Raul, please.
Say it again.
GJ.
GJ, I'm looking for price to come into 163.868 to sell, or a break above to start buying again. Yeah. So, anybody have any last questions before I end the webinar?
Raul, thanks for the advice again.
What's good, bro?
So thanks for the advice again.
Not bad. I can't hear that well. What did you say?
He said thanks for the advice.
Oh, thanks for the advice. Yeah, bro. No problem. Of course. Any way I could potentially help. Sure. So, I'm going to